If you've clicked on this video, it means that you're young, like me, and is looking towards building an impressive physique, where it gets people looking towards you. You want to be able to go to the beach, take off your t-shirt, and feel good about yourself, and not bad. And maybe this is just for the sole reason of being strong, feeling healthier, or maybe this is for the reason of being more confident. Either way, having a good physique when you're young shows you are dedicated and that you are disciplined. It is something that we should all aspire for. Now, I'm 16 and I think I got a pretty good physique for my age. It isn't anything too crazy considering the fact that I've been training for around 3 years, but it is attainable and realistic. And you have to keep this in mind, guys. The things you see on Insta is like the 0.0001% of the world. The people who are like 15, who have crazy physiques, have been training since they were born. And even then, there is a lot of lighting involved, steroids, pump enhancers, angles, lighting, editing, shadows, everything that enhances a physique. These photos I've posted have none of that. It is just me just having a good time. If you try to compare yourselves to these people who have crazy physiques on the internet, obviously you're never going to get that and you're never going to feel satisfied with yourself. So remember that. But let's get started. The first thing that I need to say that everyone must do is creatine. So many young people are reluctant to take creatine because they don't really know if it's good or bad. Let me tell you right now, there is nothing bad about creatine at all. It is completely and utterly just good for you. It holds water in the correct spots, making your muscles look big, but it doesn't make you look fat. It also increases your metabolism, increases your testosterone if you're a guy, and your height if you care about that, and of course it increases your strength. It is an all-rounder, super good for someone who's trying to naturally create a good body. My friend, my swimming friend actually, the one I made the video on, right here, linked in the description, he literally said, I feel like a god when I'm on creatine. And he takes 8 grams per day, but you do not need to be doing that. You can take one single scoop of 3.3 grams every single day, maybe 5 grams per day, and I'm telling you, you will see results in the long run. When I went to Vietnam, so that was December and January, 2 months, I didn't really build any crazy muscle. I did go to the gym very consistently, trained hard, but honestly, I just didn't eat enough. And I got kind of skinny. I was 55 kgs, very lean. Like you can see, like nearly 8-pack, kind of muscular, but I wasn't what I wanted. So what happens? I came back here to Australia January 29th, and on that same day, I bought creatine and started taking it. 2 months later, I can tell you I went from 55 kgs to 60 kgs. Furthermore, my bench press before I went to Vietnam was 80 kg. I stopped benching and just did some incline in Vietnam. And then when I went and came back to Australia, for these 2 months I've been focusing on my bench press, focusing on getting strong, with the creatine, with a bulk, a calorie surplus of around 500 to 1000. My bench press has increased by 15 kg. From 80, it went to 95. Just this simple fact here, I went from 55 to 60. Bench went from 80 to 95. Should clearly make you guys convinced for why you should take creatine. Now, this is for the skinny people specifically. Go on a bulk while you're taking creatine. It will help you a lot. Now, this is for you, gym bro. So for a skinny guy, remember those 2 things. A slight bulk. Don't eat unhealthy. That is just not necessary. I know that we are young, we can eat whatever we want, but it's just not good. So go on that bulk and take creatine. Now, if you're on the chubby side of things, people who don't have visible abs, either skinny fat or just, a bit fatter. So basically, you want to reverse what I told you as a skinny person. You don't want to bulk, you want to cut, but the cut needs to be very slight, maybe 200 to 300 calories deficit. If you cut too fast, and a lot of young people make this mistake, cutting fast because they're just able to, you're just going to end up losing muscle instead of fat, which is what happened to me when I was running a lot earlier last year. But the one key thing is watch your diet. We're young, and one thing that we really don't do that much is focus on our diet. Our diet is equally as important as going to the gym. Why? Eating well makes you feel good about yourselves, it gives you the energy to go to the gym. And if you think about it, the gym in itself destroys your muscles. What makes your muscles bigger is the recovery process after. Eating well, sleeping well, whatever. And now another thing specifically targeted at young people, and you can't really blame us because we don't really know that much, and this is what I thought too, this is what my siblings thought, but fat isn't bad. What makes fat bad is the saturated fats, Big Macs, that kind of stuff. Even cheese can be good for you. For example, have some avocado with your toast and then some cheese. Avocado is high in fiber. Fat helps you feel full, fiber helps you feel full, and protein helps you feel full. In summary, you need to eat a balanced diet throughout the day. 5 meals with low calories, high protein, like I said, and high fiber. Second point for these young people out there, we are young. I honestly very often feel this feeling that I have to rush this process, quickly gain muscle, because I'm not good enough, cut more. But we don't have to rush this process. These people, again, we see on social media, that is not reality. And honestly, where we are right now, if we're young, just the fact that we're going to the gym makes us top 10% of the population. Just going to the gym. And that is what matters. Putting in the work. Being consistent. There is no need to rush, do super heavy weights, and then just kill yourself. I have made this mistake, and I do not want you guys to make this mistake. I was trying to grow my biceps really quickly because, look, I have skinny biceps because my chest is, disproportionate to my biceps, right? But anyways, I was trying to quickly grow my biceps last year, and I did some exercises that were really good, like the incline bench and then curling like this, right? But thing is, I have a really shit left wrist. Both my wrists are shit, especially my left. And I should say, I destroyed it and I couldn't go to the gym for a while. So don't rush the process. Time is on your side. You're young. I literally talked to this guy at the gym this morning. He's 55, one of the coaches. He's been going to the gym for 40 years. 40 goddamn years. Since he was 15. Do you think he's been going to the gym all this time by lifting the heaviest weights? No. He has been going for this long because he is consistent, because he has good form, because he does all the small correct things, and because, again, he doesn't rush. Progress will come. If you're young like me, 16, our peak would be when we're like 30. So we have years to get prepared for that. Now, thirdly, don't neglect what is important for you. Now, this can go for both sides. Let me explain. If your priority really is to build a crazy physique, maybe you do bodybuilding contests, maybe you just want to feel confident about yourself and you really want to dedicate yourself to this, then you must prioritize the gym. Even if that means sometimes not staying up late to go to the gym. You have to learn as a young person that we can't do everything. We young people, we have this FOMO, this fear of missing out. And if we do miss out on something, we feel like we're not living our best lives. So what I'm trying to say is that you have to sacrifice some things to get to this goal that you want, to build that physique. For me, something I still struggle with every day is continuously sleeping early, and the feeling it makes me feel. Every day I sleep at around 8:30 to wake up at 5 to go to the gym. And yes, I've missed out on a lot of parties, on a lot of late night conversations because I was going to wake up and go to the gym. But that's just how it is. If you've listened to what I said and you're thinking, well, that's just not for me, then maybe it's the other way around. You want to build a good physique, but it is not your top priority. It's completely fine, but you gotta realize you're not gonna be able to achieve that crazy physique that you could achieve. And you have to be okay with that. And this means that you sometimes you have to not go to the gym to prioritize something else. And maybe that is your studying, maybe that is going out with a friend. Me personally, I will always prioritize the gym, and I have it in the mornings always, so then I never skip. What I do, I just find other ways, other times to study and hang out with my friends. If I can go to the gym every day, then that makes me happy. That is my priority. Your priority might be the same. Your priority might be something else instead of the gym, or it might switch, and that is also okay. To understand this complex topic that I'm talking about, just remember this quote. Now, I want you to write this down, guys. Get your pen and paper. You're not meant to prioritize your schedule. You're meant to schedule your priorities. Do the things that are important for you, that you value, and that make you happy. Not anyone else. You. And I know, guys, it is easy to get influenced by other people as we're young. All of us, but please stay true to yourself. Now, my fourth point is just some general knowledge that I think you guys know. You want to train smart, not hard. Us young people love to just do heavy ass weights, ego lift, but that's just not the way. It's very similar to the don't rush thing that I talked about earlier. Focus on your form and then focus on lifting heavy. There is no need to impress people. Are you training to impress, or are you training for you? Just think about that and answer it. And guys, remember, as young people, we don't know everything. So since we do not know everything, this means that we need to rely on the basics. Get good sleep, recover, be active outside the gym, go hang out with your friends, go to that party that day, be consistent, avoid outside noise, slowly, progressively overload. Remember that there are no magic supplements or shortcuts. Track your progress. And finally, guys, just enjoy the process. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and continue to always research, watch videos, and find ways on how you can improve. If you want some personalized tips, or you want me to get into something more that I talked about in this video, simply DM me right here. It is also linked in the description. Ask me anything you guys want, from workout routines to your diet. Just ask it. You know, obviously I don't know everything, but it's so much better to ask someone who is your age, who can relate to you, than some random person who is already famous, who already makes a lot of money, who is an adult, who doesn't care about you, who just sees you as another person. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button for the support, and I'll see you all for the next one.